This may sound a bit repetitive if you were watching the full-on Locker Room Daily Report broadcast. Someone had brought up the fact that ACTA, or something like this, has basically passed and is now going along to parliamentary bodies in the European Union. And I guess this only goes to show that money is in control, and these media companies are going to stop at nothing until they get something passed. They would say that piracy is hurting their business. And you know what? They might be right about that. I don't like what any of this legislation proposes to do, all the way down to even here in the United States. SOPA may be shelved, but it ain't over yet. We mentioned ACTA, we mentioned PIPA. They're not going to stop, guys. They're not going to stop. I don't care how many websites we black out. It ain't going to end until we strip them of power. So in Hawaii, there's potentially a law that's going to be passed that would require all of those who are in Hawaii to give up their, or basically forfeit their 2 years worth of history of internet usage in Hawaii, here in the United States. For slightly different reasons than what some media companies would want to do with ACTA, PIPA, SOPA, and beyond. Doesn't matter what the label is. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. They're not going to stop. So the question is, how do we stop them? Well, we need to pirate more. No. That just gives them more fuel to add to their fire. To give them, some amount of sympathy. Like, oh, well, you're getting your stuff stolen or taken or lifted, that's against your licensing strategy as set up by the law. So how can we stop this from happening? We can change an avatar. We can black out a website. We can pirate more. I'm not saying we as me. I'm just saying those who do, because I don't condone that activity at all. Ignore them. They are trolls. The biggest trolls the internet has ever seen. They're trolls. And we're feeding them. If you're pirating more because you think this is going to hurt them more. No, it doesn't. As I said, it adds more fuel to the fire. If you want to strip them of power, ignore them. Stop buying. Stop using. No matter how you attain their material, just stop. Stop getting it. Stop. Stop going to movies. Stop watching television. Only support content producers who just completely oppose this type of legislation from ever passing. That's what you got to do. That's what anybody has to do. Ignore them. They won't go away easily. But the only way to get them to go away is to stop supporting what they're... They can't complain if nobody's buying or nobody's using or nobody's watching. They can't complain. They just have to produce something better. If people stop pirating their stuff, there's no fuel. They can't go anywhere. They can't complain anymore. If you want to stop this from happening, ignore them. Stop supporting them outright. Not just one company, all of them. I'm telling you, they will not stop. They won't stop. So to get them to stop, you have to start ignoring them.